Well, thanks everyone for joining us today on CKUA to talk about this great and cool new festival that's happening in Red Deer. I will start with you, Zainab. When did the idea for the festival get kicked around, and how long did it take for it to become go from a dream to a reality?
It's probably a year. We want to do this event, but at the same time, we want to give something to the community. So we did our Afro-Caribbean cultural event where we have over 200 attendants actually last November. And that was really kind of kick off that this was coming. So yeah, so since then we were planning this event. It took us, over probably 8 months to plan, but that's actually since June last year we decided we want to have the Afro-Caribbean organization, but also part of that really having the festival and throughout the year having cultural event.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's been actually a year and then became a reality the last 8 months, really.
Oh, great. Why do you think Red Deer needs a festival like this?
Red Deer is really changing. We're having people, especially like since the last 2 years, we realized that a lot of especially African people moving from other provinces. So we see people moving from Ontario, BC, and so it's really growing. And people always, we have a lot of festival Edmonton or Calgary, so we don't really have anything right there.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes not be able to afford to go to stay over the weekends, take their family. So right there's like really, this is events really needed because then we want people to stay in the community where they feel their culture is celebrated and they can share their rich history, their culture. And, I also events like this, they kind of really brings community together.
Right.
So it's like people here, we make it home here, and part of having their celebrate their cultures and food and that friendship I think is really needed, and we want to continue these events to many years to come.
What kind of response are you hearing? Are people excited about this festival?
Yes, absolutely. It's not only the Afro-Caribbeans, but we have a lot of from people from Red Deer, from Central Alberta, from even from also across Alberta, really people interested. And even now we even getting people interested from other provinces also, even the states.
Oh, right.
We have people come from Saskatchewan, so yeah, it's like so it's really the community really interested, and so much like we were Canada Day, we were going to farmers market, so people really aware, people telling other people, and also people travel to also Caribbean, so they feel like this really way to celebrate that, bring the culture here, and also people like to see Africa too, so it's really bring our both together. It's just wonderful.
What are a few of the things that people can see or experience at the festival?
It's like really, seeing that a lot of Afro-Caribbean cultures been shared, and the food and the music, entertainment, and also it really showcased the whole community coming together and also sharing our talented and the arts and everything.
You have a musical element to the festival as well, and one of the artists or acts playing is Melafrique, who are a band out of Edmonton, and Leshan and Dominic are in that band. And can you tell us, Leshan and Dominic, how does it feel to be part of this inaugural festival?
Honestly, it's more than an honor. It's the first Afro-Caribbean festival in Red Deer, and being part of the first is phenomenal. Just bringing the community, being from Edmonton and coming to Red Deer to celebrate our Africanness, our Caribbeanness, and showcase that culture with everyone else who is looking to do that is amazing.
Well, the band is made up of musicians from, I believe it is 6 different countries, including Jamaica, Kenya, Nigeria. How do you find common ground musically, or is there a common thread?
No, I'll take this one, LaShawn.
Okay.
There's a common thread even with just the way how we speak. Like being from Jamaica, I've never been to Africa before. I have the pleasure to go into Africa in December, and I'm mad excited.
Oh, nice.
But I've never spoken to Riwo, who's in the band, who's from Nigeria, and she speaks Pidgin, and I speak Patois. and there's a clear understanding there. But then musically, you have Leshan, who grew up in Kenya, that knows the reggae. He knows reggae and dancehall. He's a reggae and dancehall encyclopedia. And then me, for example, I know some Afro beats. So when we mix together, it's clear like day. It's very interesting. But Leshan, you can run with this one too.
Yeah, just to add to what Dom was saying earlier, there is a link between Africa and the Caribbean, and just the idea of the festival, the Afro-Caribbean Festival, is exactly that reason. The cultures are very similar. From language to food to music, all that stuff brings us together. And then you get to learn more about different cultures and different people. So I love a lot of reggae music. Reggae music is huge in Kenya, and Jamaicans don't know that. So when I meet someone like Dominic, I come here and I tell him, oh, this and this and this and this. And he's like, what? How do you know that style of music? And it just comes to that. We connect like that. And all of a sudden we're best friends after that,
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want people to experience or feel when you're playing?
When we're playing, one of the major things we love people to experience is the feeling of community, the feeling of happiness and joy that being part of something like the Afro-Caribbean Festival would bring. The idea of different people coming together to celebrate is exactly what we want them to feel from stage.
Mm-hmm.
So having the music from all these different countries, different places in the world, and showcasing that on a stage to people who kind of know, to people who really know, and to people who don't know anything about those cultures. We want them to feel the same amount of joy, the same amount of happiness, and the same amount of inclusivity from the stage that they would feel in the rest of the festival.
And I am assuming that people should bring comfortable shoes to dance in.
That's exactly right.
Of course.
I feel that there's going to be a lot of dancing when you're on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Finally, well, this is the first festival. What should people bring? What should they expect? What should people be ready for, Zainab?
Actually, because it's a summer, so we want people really come prepare. Hopefully weather would be good. So just make sure that you come really dressed comfortably, right? And also having the proper shoes, you can dance and bring your family. And we have a lot of kids activities. So really, this is an exclusive event that a whole family can experience, right? So we want everybody come together and really enjoying amazing weekends with us, and just really taking that cultures and positivities and everything. So we want people to really make that weekends it's enjoyable weekends and bring all your families. Yes.
Thank you, Dominic, Leshan, and Zainab, for